Hey, Playsiera!
Oh, hello there. Brad?
Is that really you? Never thought I'd see you again after the prank you pulled last time.
No! Don't go!
Why are you not panicking?
What do you mean?
Haven't you heard the news? What news? The friggin' zombie apocalypse that is about to break out? And our big pharma company Umbrella is the cause, as always, these greedy money milkers. How come? Rumor has it that a mortally dangerous substance leaks into our groundwater, namely the T-virus, that turns everyone into flesh-hungry versions of Gen Zs without internet connection. As soon as this spreads, this'll be the end of us. Gee, Brad, chill your bass. You're surely exaggerating. Don't believe the hype. Well, if you don't want to believe, why don't you take a look around you? Everyone is already going completely nuts. As far as I'm concerned, I'm out of here.
Guess old habits die hard, huh?
Now, let's see if he ate too many Twinkies or was talking real business.
Hey, Ron. Hey, Billy.
Let's try the diner?
Can I get a waffle? Can I please get a waffle?
What is going on here? Breakfast!
Sweet Mary Jesus! Apparently the old scaredy cow was actually telling the truth this time. Then I better brat out of the situation and head back to my place. While the people in my town went all loony, I returned to my apartment that was all gloomy. I really needed some quality entertainment now to forget what I just saw. But there was absolutely nothing on the TV. Stricken, I turned to my bookshelf, and just as I was seriously questioning my purchase decision since I was owning 2 copies of 4 books each, I heard a knock. Who could that be in the middle of the night? A letter? It was from the source of evil itself, and said, Playsiera, out of the thousands of gamers on YouTube, you have been chosen. We've seen your impressive, albeit amateur gaming skills in your previous video.
No, thanks. Hey!
And want to monitor your work within the following precipice. As you have heard already, we cannot stop the outbreak of our T-virus. The civilization will be infected and thereby turned into hazardous, brain-dead bioweapons. Fortunately, we have an antivirus, but releasing it is tied to conditions that lay in your hands. You will embody STARS member Jill Valentine, a military-trained operator in the elite unit of Raccoon City's police. You already know her from Resident Evil 1, where she has
the bells that'll tingle all your troubles away.
She not only has the killer looks, but also the killer moves, attributes that we are sure fit to you as well. Your only motive is to get to our helipad above our laboratory in time, namely on October 1st at 5 a.m. However, you will be restrained. Not in that way, you naughty. Out of all the weapons we could give you, we want you to only use the shotgun. The shotgun, you might think, is an easy weapon to survive the night with, given the high damage this barrel can inflict, and yet, as always, there will be a catch, specifically even 4. 1. You only have 4 shell slots and a very slow reload time, things you should be used to by now. 2. Even though the shotgun can cause some pain, you will have to get touchy with your opponents, meaning that it is only effective in the near vicinity of the enemy. 3. We have programmed the bioweapons to hard mode, so they are even more resistant to your onslaught. You will have to fight harder, and in your surroundings you'll find less supplies and scarcer ammunition. Therefore, you are allowed to use a knife on boxes, but never on enemies. And 4. We've hidden the shotgun somewhere in Raccoon City, so up and foremost, you will have to find it. Naturally, any use of shop items is not permitted. Only through this way we can detect and analyze your true gaming skills. If you can make it in time, the antivirus will be presented to the world in your name and you'll go down in history as its heroine. But if you, at any time, use any other weapon on all the Nemesis in your way, drastic consequences will occur. We are watching you. I didn't know if I should be flattered or intimidated. October 1st was 3 days away. To me, that seemed to be enough time to make it to Umbrella's laboratory without too much effort. However, I didn't like the idea of having to make a detour for the shotgun, so, of course, I was choosing the most pleasant way to achieve my goal by cheating. After all, my trusty handgun lay just a few inches away, so... What is that? Ah! Get away from me! What do you want? Help! Help! Ah! Okay, I'll do it. I'll be Resident Evil 3 shotgun only. After this unceremonious meet cute, or rather, meet rude, I made it into the city and realized I'm in a huge pile of dog's heart, so I gave my all to find the good old shotty. No, how I saw exactly through Umbrella's schemes, but I wasn't falling for it. Jill, I said I wasn't falling for it. Jill? Jill! What the hell are you doing? I didn't press any buttons. I swear, it was a cutscene. I couldn't skip it, but the second I was in control again and found an item box, I got rid of it. Oh, how uncool is this, please? There was zero free will. But certainly they won't punish me for a choice I couldn't make, right? Right? Just as I thought it was all over, I met the most titillating tortilla imaginable, Carlos. I thought I was a lucky girl to have him pass my way, but soon I learned his true mission. He wanted to rob me, but in the wrong way. Instead of accompanying me to my target destination, he brought me to the subway station. There, he told me he was actually working for Umbrella and introduced me to his troops. I should have seen all the red flags right then and there, but his beefy build was way too thick for me to think clearly. So of course, the first thing he did was sending me to an unnecessary extra task to turn on the power engine of said subway. The problem was, the power station was on the other side of the city, and yet, instead of ditching him right away, I remembered I'd have to find the shotgun anyway, so I agreed to his proposal. Being unarmed in the city with no hope, but full of spoiled chicken nuggets, was no fun. Thankfully, the insane karate moves I could perform as Jill gave me the power to dodge. This was my secret weapon. Without it, my chances to make it through were as high as we getting an evil within 3. So I somersaulted through the masses of dead meat. And in between the terror, I really wanted a donut, but couldn't because Jill wanted to keep the figure of her bikini bottom.
Damn, boy!
When I arrived at the power station, my nightmare became even more raunchy. So that's why Umbrella gave me the birth control pill? Not for the erected, but for the arachnid? They really wanted to get under my skin, and they did a great job because I actually got stuck on that part.
What are you doing, step bro?
I haven't played RE3 in a while and had yet to learn again how to go for the perfect dodge, and since I haven't had the shotty yet, this was my only chance to get through the 6 legs. But as I figured it out, I elegantly slided through this poop pile and could finally turn on the power engine.
Enjoy that.
Afterwards, it was boomstick time. Look at it. Beautiful. And it came in handy alright, because the hunk of Chattahoochee came back and hunted me for no other reason than his pleasure. I barely escaped to my beloved sewers.
I'm definitely burning these clothes.
And look, I found some new surprises there. Hunter Gammas. They fully went in headfirst for a dive down under, but I gave them a clear sign of no interest by pumping them full with shot. For something so massive, there was really nothing too big. Speaking of big. Dude, what is up with you? Would you mind your own business? Alright, I'm running. Does that bring you joy, huh? Well, you know what? I've had enough of you. You want shot? I'll give it to you. Yeah, that's right, my boy. Kneel down for me. Oh, you want some more? Come get it. Alright, there you go. Bye-bye. That was such an intense fight. And right afterwards, I received another letter. You are braver than we thought. That's why now we want to see how you fare as Carlos. Enjoy. No problem, I thought. A little testosterone never hurt anyone, right? However, my first look at his inventory made my bra drop. There was the pistol, the rifle, the knife, but no shotty? I truly didn't remember that they actually didn't give Carlos a shotgun, but his part is intensely dure and required him to kill his enemies, so I was at loss at what to do. This was such a dick move from Umbrella. How do they want me to beat a challenge without giving me the tools? But hey, read the fine print, right? They said they want me to use the shotgun only as Jill, and never said anything about what weapon Carlos should use. Huh. Now that's lit. Umbrella's just no match for me. Now, what weapon will I use? That'll do. What is an exploded chunk of zombie junk on the walls? A solved problem. After I successfully smuggled myself through the Carlos section, they swapped me immediately back to Jill without so much as a word. And look who was back on all fours.
It's back!
This fight wasn't as hard as the first one. Actually, in fact, it was
rather soothing. Repeating the same perfect move again and again, having time to take a deep breather, it could as well have been a walk in the park. Until I saw I had no more shot shells. Oh, Jesus! Is this where I failed the challenge? I was already pushing the restart button, but then, there they were. I found them. A present from the heavens above. In humility, I softly petted the doggy goodnight and made my way. Whoops! I was back in Carla's damn fine bod, rescued Jill and brought her to the hospital. Of course, the shotgun was absent again, but I said to myself, if I fail big style. Despite having had a hard time, I definitely had a blast. Woo! Waking up as Jill again, having thankfully recovered, I thought it was all just a weird dream, but oh my god! It was October 1st already! I had to hurry now. Fortunately, the lab was just under the hospital for whatever logical reason, and there I passed all my friends again. Poochies, groupers, oh, and two forms I've never seen before, albino deadites and ninja turtles. Being in the rush, I sadly had no time to party and had to dodge all of it. And just before I knew it, I arrived at Umbrella's lab. Of course, it was full with rotten pulled pork.
Hello there.
And being squished in a very limited space with two ninja turtles was actually very scary, and therefore I blew them some of my death kisses in the face. Alright, it's really getting tight here, but I'm already so close.
Hey, phrasing!
Honey, this is getting old. But you see, I brought 44 shotgun shells in total, and I also found some upgrades. So if you want to be blown away, who am I to decline your desire? Oh, Nemi? You're actually helping me? How kind. Look, don't you want to become friends? After all, we both are just hollow bodies that are abused by the dirty minds of Umbrella. Hey! Where did you go? Is befriending me that horrible? Alright, yeah, I see now the short range of my metal maid. Gotta get personal, right? Oh, you're already done. I was just getting started. Alright, but I think I made it. I made it! Yes! Being sure that this was my last fight, I was already celebrating yet another victory. I strictly didn't count Carla's part since they didn't give me any other choice. And just before I reached the door to the damn helipad, my hopes dried out. Oh no! The final Nemesis. These masochistic brain farts from Umbrella had put me in front of a tart mountain. Well, there's only so much you can do, right? And with that, I mean, I had to use, meaning there's absolutely no other way to defeat this meatloaf by using the practically placed railgun right beside him. Another obstacle was that he needed numerous blasts. And the first required so much energy that the batteries were pushed out and I had to squeeze them back in before I can hit the final blow. In between these stages, epic YouTubers have already explained that you could evade the strikes of Nemesis by perfectly dodging them and using the right second to push the battery announce in. But sadly, These were moves that would take time to learn that I didn't have. And already knowing that my trusty barrel is no good for doing long distances, popping his pustules was of no use either. This was it. This was the failure of this challenge. Well, shucks, life happens. Surely the consequences can't be that. My sweet pumpkin, if you've stuck around until here, first of all, huge thanks, big time. You're the pizza to my movie night. I really hope you liked it a bit. But I cannot deny the truth, this challenge was a nightmare. Why? Because it was doomed from the start. Before I pressed the start button to record this challenge on the first Resident Evil game I ever played, which is why it has a special place in my heart, I honestly forgot that they didn't give Carlos a shotgun. And even if you exclude that and only count Jill's part, it wasn't doable for me. I had hopes that in between these cutscenes of the final fight, I could at least manage that with a shotty, but it was simply out of my realm. And of course, there's also so many cutscene pistol shots, like the beginning and also the last pistol shot on Nikolai that I haven't even covered in my story. So that really doesn't look too bright. Mournfully, I declare, beating Resident Evil 3 shotgun only is not possible. I am defeated. But nevertheless, it was a super fun challenge. I invite you to try this out yourself and maybe prove me wrong. Also, a big side note, you guys are the bomb. So much support on my first ever video. I never thought that was possible. I heard from all sides that my first video will never get any views, so for now, I am blown away. And to the lovelies that subscribe to me. I know right now we have a tie, one for Playsiera and one for the games. But of course, I will not rest until success is again on my side, and I promise I won't let you down. I already work on my next challenge and will also tackle the super suggestion from Lil Justino6286. So until then, take care everyone and see you in the next one. Bye bye.